Hello, everyone. I'm glad to welcome participants of the 8th workshop on cloud technologies in education 2020. My name is Iryna Hubeladze, and I am head of Young Scientists Council at the National Academy of Educational Sciences. And today I have the honor to represent the experience and work of different Young Scientists Council in Ukraine and in Europe also. Today we'll talk about applying digital technology for management of Young Scientists Council activity. The next one. So activity of young people with the Young Scientists Council allowed to hear the voice of early career researchers in higher education institutions research both on at the national and international level. So, and the activity of the Young Scientists Council is extremely important for the context of development of the European higher education and research area, which will allow Ukrainian early career researchers to be at the epicenter of European informational space. And today I will represent the experience of different Young Scientists Council, for example, Young Scientists Council at the Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine, Young Scientists Council at the National Academy of Educational Sciences of Ukraine, Young Scientists Council at the National Academy of Science of Ukraine, and European Councils of Doctoral Candidates and Junior Researchers, Eurodoc. So, and some institutional Young Scientists Council you will see earlier. So, the next one. Activity of Young Scientists Council consists with the management of the social system and ensuring organizational interaction. And first of all, we would like to combine young researchers in one group and to make this activity and to make this collaboration more successful and more useful. And how we'll represent our activity in informational space? First of all, it should be information about the Young Scientists Councils on the page of the institution, you mean. At least it should be the information about the board, about your activity, about your plans and your reports and your contact. If everybody would like to contact with you, they should have such tool. You may see the examples, how it looks on the pages. So, and use of electronic social networks for management of Young Scientists Council activity makes some functions, for example, organization and holding mass events, presentation, placement of materials, statistics and web analytics, conducting service and discussion, so communication, science popularization, advertisement, informing the public, joint work with documents project. So, and on the next pages, you may see the examples of this one. For example, pages of Young Scientists Council on Facebook, where you can see the number of participants and the main activities. You may see videos, events which your council holding and conducting. So the next pages as a example of institutional council exist. So, for example, mass events, you may invite everybody, not only scientists, for your event. You may share very important information, photos, videos, and so on. And you can check the statistics of these events, for example, and use this information for not only for your reports, but also for your planning your work in future. So you can use the sharing of the video, different statistics and web analytics data. So the next one is with the help of this social media can be a significant information impact on junior researchers and the general public, which will lead to honest change attitudes towards scientists and research results, will promote scientific achievements among society. It's very important to share the information not only for young scientists, but for general public, because people should know about your activity, about necessity of the science. So the next one is Telegram channel. Also, you can use for contact and for sharing the information. Email sending letters to early career researchers, as usually all Young Scientist Council has their own pools for sharing the information and for contacts with everybody in your council. Google Forms usually we use not only for saving the data for registration on some events, but also we use this one for making online survey this year during the pandemic. And quarantine restrictions. So we used Google Forms for making such investigation among Young Scientists Council and on all European level and on all Ukrainian level. So about the advantages of using electronic social networks for organizing and conducting scientific mass events. Firstly, it's free advertisement of the scientific event, opportunity to invite interested people to participate in various scientific events, opportunity to join, plan to participate and get interested at any time, opportunity to quickly organize the discussion of certain organizational issues, its ability to create a separate page for a scientific event, free access to all presented materials of the event, its get quick feedback, ability to make a video broadcast of events, say photos, videos, and other materials. Its opportunity to receive statistical data on those wishing to take part in the scientific event, statistical data on the number of people interested in the event, and other statistic about the users who like these pages. So, and we should concern that large-scale digitalization of all public sphere and quarantine restriction caused by the COVID-19 pandemic have forced the use of various digital technologies. The scientific and educational sphere should occupy a leading position of the and be role models in the application of digital technologies, especially in the training of students, graduate students for sharing information and working of early career researchers. So the next one. It's advantages of using electronic social networks in the work of the Young Scientist Council. So it's general popularity and free of charge, prompt exchange of messages and multimedia data, user-friendly interface, its ability of event planning functions, sending invitation, setting reminders, support of synchronic and asynchronous communication between network participation, its possibility of access from various devices, and possibility of organization and work of closed and open groups, and of course advertisement of various events. So, and the directions of the digital technologies application for the organization of Young Scientist Council activities. Firstly, as a conclusion for the presentation of activities to promote science, it's for the send a variety of information to young scientists, for communication, for conducting questionnaires and surveys, also for the organization and holding of scientific mass events, and to organize the work of thematic work groups, to hold working meetings of the council, and obtaining statistics and web analytics. So if you have any question, you may ask, and thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.